Right, I think we are live. Looks like we are. How are you feeling, Dracus? I know you're feeling a bit out of the ordinary today.
Still not 100%, but
My kids are that way as well. We had a Lunar New Year last night, so we stayed up late. I got my little red envelope.
now these are going to be two separate products we're running. The add-on for the cooking station, all it is they can put their custom mesh in it. They give the mesh a name for the item, and it just temp reses whatever the person is cooking. It'll temp res it on the bench.
Okay.
So they can have custom meshes pop up on the bench. It won't be the actual food at all. It's just a temp res item.
Okay.
The second thing we're going to be releasing is a script that they can throw in their meshes to turn it into a resed food item. And what they do is the owner, they click on it, they load in, say, 10 cooked fish. Mm-hmm. And anytime somebody clicks on it, they eat one cooked fish out of it. Mm-hmm. That's all it is, plain and simple. I might set an API with it to where it looks for how many are in it, and then you can make pieces invisible based on how many are in it. But that's advanced, and all the API will do is say the name, how many are in it, how many have been eaten out of the max you put in it, or something like that. So. But it's going to be a real simple. The owner just clicks on it and they say set dish, and it'll ask them to load a food or drink from their inventory. They select it. They select a number. It loads it. It sets the name of the item to that, and it loads that menu in. And it'll put the stats above it.
Ooh.
It'll be a copyable script, no transfer. So they cannot create foods and give them to people. They can just res foods out on their sim or wherever they want. And people can come and click them and use the foods.
Very cool. I like that.
There won't be any security on it because that would require multiple scripts. Mm-hmm. And it's just going to be a single script that you can buy and put in anything you want. Ooh. So you could have a wall that you click on it and eat.
Yep.
And if you want it to vanish when it's empty, that'll be part of the API. The API will say, I'm empty, what do you want me to do? Mm-hmm. So okay. In the box, you'll get the script, and you'll get a full sample API script.
Okay. Interesting.
I'll explain everything on stream, but I'm just explaining it to you how it's going to work.
Oh, we are.
In case you have any concerns or... Oh, we are on stream? Oh, I didn't even realize you started.
Yeah, I asked if you were ready. Whoops.
Okay.
Yeah. And there is one person that's just joining us now. Mousy, I believe, is in here, so...
Well, so yeah, that's how this new cooking system will work.
So temp res instead of just giving them an item itself of what's in there. So that makes it, and then they can move it around where they want, right? Once it's on the table.
Well, it'll res in the center of the thing, but it'll just be an invisible prim that they can set anywhere.
Oh, they can put it on their table, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's just an invisible box that they can make invisible. Mm-hmm. And it listens within, like, I'm going to set it to a 2-meter range or whatnot. So it has to be within 2 meters of a cooking station. If you stack multiple cooking stations near each other, it'll listen. And it will only res items that it has inside of it. So if somebody cooks something new, it won't res anything.
Okay.
Or I might make it to where, do I want to make it where, oh, that's kind of a weird look. You're showing my shoulder and your face.
Yeah, your camera went to the far left for some reason.
Oh, that's my camera. Just a second.
It's tracking, right?
Frame.
You're not centered. Anyway, you're a bit better now.
NVIDIA. There we go.
There we go. Centered.
Yeah, so I might make it to where if they put in something called default, that'll res that out if it doesn't find the item that's been cooked. So,
yep.
And if it doesn't find in default, it just won't res anything. But just a really simple script.
Oh, I'm just getting some news off one of my... He's saying that we were talking about OpenClaw, but I know it's not related to SLColonies, but I just got a Claw box made by OpenClaw, NVIDIA Jetson AI Assistant box, 67 TOPS. Yeah. What the hell?
Yep. It was rumors changing. Of NVIDIA making something. Yeah.
It's moving quick now.
So... here's a question. The resing box.
Yep.
Do we just make it an API script and it just listens on a channel and they can do whatever they want with the information? All it listens for is the name of the food being cooked.
Yeah, because isn't that what your camera went off again? Isn't that what you're basically building anyway? Is that
just let me fix my
Isn't
camera.
it an API add-on? Isn't that what we were doing anyway? Except that you got to add an extra few APIs so that it knows what food to res if it's linked. Hey, Gina.
Oh, I know why my camera's screwing up because I don't have my face light on. Oh, well. I'll just leave it like this for now.
Gina's here. Long time no see.
So yeah, I can just make the box script an API as well that just listens for a cooking station. And actually, it could be any station. It doesn't have to be limited to cooking.
So we just expand the API to listen for an object name too that you're crafting for whatever the crafting is.
Yeah, any crafting station, it will broadcast the name of what it's crafting. And if you put this script there, you can have it res anything or do anything you want because it's an API script.
I like it. That's even better. Not just resable food.
So they could have it if somebody's smelting iron, you could have the full lights light up and flames and whatnot.
We've already got that, but you could also, if it's listening for the object name, you could put a mesh in it and it will res something based on the object that's been crafted.
Yeah.
Except that the food version is actually scripted to that food. How does that work?
No, because we use a script called station process or crafting process script. And what that does is it sends the information to the little hover text to say what's being crafted, how much is being crafted, whatnot. And all we do is when that script fires, we just send out a broadcast on a whisper, basically within however many meters, however far whisper is, I think 5 meters.
And then it will have to take the item from their inventory, right? So they're not getting double the benefits.
Well, no, this is just a broadcast. I'm crafting this. That's all it is. It doesn't have anything to do with inventory at all. It's just I'm crafting this. You can do whatever you want with that information.
But what about the resable food? You were saying that temp res is the actual food that they can click and eat in as portions.
Temp-res is a mesh that they the other script is totally separate. The other script is an API script that you can put in any mesh, and you click on that and add food to it.
Ah, right. Okay,
that
different.
has nothing to do with the crafting stations.
Yep.
But where to put this in the code and how to ensure, because I know a lot of people like to pack their stations close together. Well, no, the API script, it would have a filter inside of it. So you just copy the key from the station that you're listening to and put it in the API.
Okay.
So you'd literally just right click on the station in world and you copy key, you go into edit mode, or is it under object? Compile, inspect, annoyance. Yeah, that's most people, but now you go into edit mode, and then on the general tab, you can copy key. And then you just put that key into the API script and it will only listen for that station. Okay. And we'll just write that into the instructions. And this API script would be a full perm script. So they can, if they have a scripter, they can tell their scripter, hey, can you script this up for me? Because I don't know how to do it. And the scripter can just grab the key and put it in and say, okay, this object listens to this station. So we can have the stations broadcast on our API channel and just do a sim-wide broadcast. So you could literally, that makes crafting boards for sim-wide possible, because somebody could put up a board and track which stations have crafted what for how many.
Interesting.
Without using the database, they keep it local.
Okay.
Because the API would pass what's being crafted, the amount crafted, and who's crafting it. We could even pass the spoil time if we wanted to, or the craft time. We could pass any information.
Cool. Very cool. Exciting.
That just opens up huge possibilities of what can be done.
That's awesome. I hope everyone understands what we're actually talking about, whoever's listening or listening later. At the beginning, we went pretty much into it. It's another exciting one we started talking about was resable food. Actually, we didn't even talk about that in the stream yet. The actual resable food script. Instead of us having to make the mesh for a food, you can bring your own mesh. You drop our script into it. Correct me if I'm wrong, Drakus, but you drop our script into your own mesh and you click on it and you can select a food item or a drink item from your inventory, and it will use the stats from that food or drink, and you can even set portions on it, and then you've got resable food that you've created that no one else basically has. Yeah. But you have to manually do the process every time, right? Once you've consumed the food, you'll have to put it in another mesh, a script,
unless you once it's consumed, the owner has to go back and click it to add more items to it.
Yeah, but that's cool for role play purposes. If you want to set up a feast table with heaps of food on it and stuff, you can do that without us having to have all the mesh for you. You can do that with any mesh that has the perms you need to do it. That's pretty cool.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, this is going to be a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Because we're going here. We look at here to look at craft check by name.
Yep.
So when they start crafting an item, the station gets the item name, the CXP amount, the spoil time, the give amount. So we just send all that. We send the item name, the amount, the spoil time, and the crafter, and the craft time. We just send that to the API when the craft starts.
Okay.
And that's it. Then we write an API, a simple API that just reses the item name. And then we list in the API the instructions for how to use the rest.
Okay.
We don't need to write the rest of the API. We just need to write the instructions, which I can do that in, it'll be done this weekend.
That's pretty cool.
So then, and then it'll be added to the process script, the crafting process. So any station that uses the crafting process script, which is every single station that we have, will be able to use the API.
Nice.
It's what I should have done originally with like the sewing station. Instead of that convoluted way that I have it set up right now. But
we can only improve as we go. Yeah, because that means, the sewing station. That means players or builders can create their own finished objects for their own RP, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to make
brings
clothes,
us back to being a station or a system instead of an RP.
Yes, we are the system. We provide the system. You do what you want as you wish with it, and still having the data behind it. So we haven't got the same issue as say Unity Maxim where someone could create
can spoof,
create items and bring it to your sim. No, they have to make your item. They could create their own mesh based on your item if they wanted to, no problem. But you have to do it individually in your own.
Well, the big problem Unity Maxim has is, say you create a quest in the system and it uses something called SL quest item 1015. Just a random number SL quest item or Unity quest item. And you're running your quest. Somebody says, ooh, I like your quest reward. I'm going to go to my sim. I'm going to use the Unity system to create 10,000 of those quest items. Come to your sim, turn those in.
And it's not worth anything anymore.
Yeah. It's not worth anything at all.
Yeah. But having your way with the sewing station or any station means any of the items that people have invented, or even our items, they can create their own mesh based on that.
Be right back.
No worries. So the mesh wouldn't actually do much. The food will, but let's say you wanted to create some clothing from the sewing station. The API would hook in and you'd be able to make the clothes that people would wear on your sim. Yep. Pretty cool. Now, while we're waiting for Dracus, I'm going to go into Second Life and see if you guys... let's turn off Yes Kim. Who, if you guys are watching, has got one of the storage bags already. Doop-a-doo. I customized mine to be rainbowy using AI. I've put the information on how to do that on our forums. You just I've got the original textures on the forums. Just send it to ChatGPT or any AI that you've got access to that can generate images and tell it, can you modify this texture into this? And it will do it. And you just import it back into Second Life. Pretty cool. Let's see. Yeah. Rainbow. I don't know why I'm wearing rainbow, but there you go. Welcome back. Let's put you back on. There you are. Yay, welcome back. I was just showing the backpack that I customized while we were waiting. The rainbow backpack I got on, you know. Very fancy. All right. Doop. And I'm almost done with the chili plant. I've converted the textures to the old legacy textures. It doesn't look as cool as PBR on the plant itself, but we'll have to make do until we upgrade the database in the future when there's no real other option. But right now, it's not worth all the work for one plant. Now, what else have we got, Drac? You're saying you wanted to... I'm working on getting there. Yeah. For the backpack. Yeah, you wanted to showcase something on stream, didn't you, Dracus?
I just wanted to talk about what we were...
I thought you had live demo ready for something.
No, I'm still working on it because we just changed what I was making. We just literally right now changed what I was making.
Live on stream, we changed everything. We were going to show something and then bang. Oh, so the tool works now? I should try it. I should give myself a small hoe and see how it goes. What do you reckon? Let's log in.
It should work.
It should work. Live on stream, bloopers. Okay, log in to Meter. I'm going to log into this account. Come on. Player admin. Let's give myself a small hoe and see. So all I got to do with the chili plant now is basically, or the pot plant system, not the chili plant, is just hook it all up, name the prims properly, and put the scripts in and put it in the database and see how it goes. And make it break. Basically. Add item. Small... Is it hoe? Yeah, small hoe. Let's get one of them. Add item. Let's see how we go. Hopefully it's aligned right. Get tool. Small hoe. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Delivering. Tool successfully delivered. Use. Small hoe. I can't see. Yeah, we are. It worked. It attached. And then I can adjust if I need to for the animation. I'm pretty sure I put an animation inside it. No. Edit. I'll just edit here and then grab the hoe this way. Pretty sure I put an animation in it. But I have. Yes, I did. Tilling. Let's play locally. And stop editing. Play locally. Oh, you can't. Tilling. Maybe I got it here. Nope. Okay, well, the animation is in there. So once I put it into the object, or the steps in there, it should work. Exciting.
Process. I'm literally writing
What are you writing?
Integration right now.
Ooh. Oh, I need to stretch my screen just a tap. There we go. Hello, oh, see, I've got scripts sitting everywhere. And The lantern. I still got to make this. All right, what else can we cover? What else? So we did the backpack this month. Released the backpack. We've got the new tool in the system. You've been working on the dungeon system. You've got that pretty much scripted. You were telling me yesterday that it now registers the player into the dungeon as well as a party if you've got a party, correct? And now you've got to work into the dungeon so that it starts rezzing the parts from the database, whatever the player has set up.
The database right now, when you res your dungeon, the database gets its name. It records all the inventory the dungeon has. So if you add custom monsters for your dungeon, or you make custom walls or whatnot, it registers all that on the database.
Yep.
Then it checks against. There's a default dungeon that we're going to have that if you buy a dungeon system, you can res out that system and it will be ready to go. You don't have to create an instance. You don't have to create a dungeon, nothing. It's just you res it out, it's ready to go. So what it does is the system will check to make sure your dungeon has the appropriate items inside, because if you delete the rats, and one of the dungeon rooms needs rats, it won't be able to res that room properly, so it will not give you the default dungeon experience.
Okay.
Did my camera mess up again?
No, you're good.
Okay. So right now the database recognizes that, and then it initiates the dungeon, says your dungeon's ready to run. And I've got it to the point where a player can come and click on the join dungeon or on the front door.
Yep.
It will look in the database, say, okay, this person is a player. I recognize it's a player. I have added them to the, to the party. And if they're the first player, they're the party lead. So, because a party consists of 4 people.
Yep.
And anytime the lead player goes to a new room, the rest of the party automatically follows him. If the lead player leaves the dungeon, the whole party has to leave the dungeon. And the lead player can save their progress at any time so they can go back in, but none of his party can save their progress. You have to be the lead to save your progress.
Okay, so you want a good lead.
My next step is to actually get the dungeon to create the rooms and have its algorithm create the maze as you go through, because it doesn't just have to create the next room, it has to make sure it fits with all the surrounding rooms, east, west, north, south, up, down, and make sure everything fits within it so you don't get inconsistencies in the dungeon.
Right. Okay. What else? Pop Plant Patreons have had a little bit of a look at the almond tree that I'm working on next. I will actually share my screencast. Is it screencast? Is that what I'm looking at? Screencast? Oh no, not that one. Screencast, this one. We'll do Blender. Okay, let's make sure. There it is. Okay, that's my Blender. I did a little bit of I'm happy to share it to non-patrons for today. Let's go back at the almond tree. I haven't done any texturing or anything like that yet. All I've been doing is UV mapping. So this will eventually be an almond tree. So on the last stream I did on Patreon, I did UV mapping, so unwrapping. So I've made sure that everything fits in here. And when I texture it, it shouldn't all be stretched and looking weird anywhere. Yeah, so that's pretty good. It's 282 triangles currently. So that should be one linden when I bring it in, depending on the physics but that can be easily fixed. I'll just make it a really, really easy physics and just put a box around it. And that should fix that. So that's the almond tree. And I'm also working on, what have I got? So I've got my little AI screen down the bottom of my computer here, which I can't screencast. But I'm working on, next after that, we've got a coconut tree, hazelnut tree, we've got the incense. Hey, Dracus, if I do incense, how hard is it to do the AoE sort of things with that without going full magic system yet?
You mean affecting a player?
Yeah, affecting the players around it.
We already have the stat effects server. That
you do. You got social
effect
points. You got social. We got the social stone that already kind of does it, doesn't it?
Well, we've got a stat effects server.
Really?
I thought I wrote one, or was that for Unity I wrote?
Probably Unity.
Stat effects server improved. DFC. Oh yeah, it's a DFC. It's not an SLC thing, isn't it?
No. But you know what the incense is going to be. It's just burn over time, and then around, depending on what type of incense you made, it will produce some kind of effect, healing or energy or something or whatever.
Yeah, I can just adjust this. Basically, all we're doing is we're modifying one of our area of effect attack scripts. And instead of attacking, it'll just affect a different stat.
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah. We can just put that in. Yep, we can put that into the incense, yeah. But specifically for the incense, for the type of incense you've made, which depends on, that's all set in the resible item. Easy. And then that means I can also work on, well, candles doesn't need an effect, but that's just going to burn down over time. And as you saw over here in my in my screen here, it will be something like this, but not this big, obviously. But we'll have lanterns, including a pole that you can res on your land and put a candle inside, and it will burn over time. Or you can just put the candle straight out on your land. It'll be made with beeswax, which you can already gather from the beehives. Then people want a cocoa tree, which leads into drying and making chocolate and such. A pecan tree, mushrooms. I can probably do something like that. I'm thinking, like, I don't want to make a big field. I want to make like the pot plants, right? Because I want to target some small. Because it's hard to get big sims sometimes with lots of land. If we can make things that anyone can get, like someone who's got a premium home in Second Life, who wants pot plants, that's easy. A kitchen, that's easy. Seats and beds, that's easy. Don't need fields. And then mushrooms, you could have little grow boxes, for example, is what I was thinking. And then we can make it into a big garden if we wanted to as well. But, start off with a little grow box. Soap. Someone was asking about soap. That's another thing you can wear that will affect you when you're using it in a bath or something. I'm not sure about that one. But it was an idea I had that someone had, and I put it in there in my pipeline on a Kanban. And I think I brought this up years ago. Doors. Craftable doors. We could put the cool door script in, or we could do our own system.
I'm not going to do a door script because there are systems out there that are
cool
way better than what I could do.
Correct.
Yeah, Cool Door has an awesome RP system.
Yeah.
What I can do is an API that works with the Cool Door system.
Because I like I love Cool Door. I love that you could pickpocket and stuff when you're near the doors with people and have a key for a certain amount of time. That's pretty cool. So we could do that. We could put some Cool Door scripts indoors that you craft, and then you can put it on your modifiable, put it on your land. But you craft them within SLColonies in carpentry. Pretty cool.
I had a crazy idea.
Just
And
now?
I don't know if it fits with. Oh no, I've had this idea for a couple weeks now, because in my off time I've been playing factory games.
Yeah.
Satisfactory. I have one that I love called Alchemy Factory. But I was thinking about making an automation system to where you could put like a machine on one of our iron deposits or whatnot, and it would sit there in mine.
Oh, you've just brought up what someone's... Oh, no. Okay. I like it, but yes.
And it would mine, say, one iron every, I don't know, one iron a minute, let's say. But that iron then goes onto a conveyor belt to a smelter, which then, when the recipe that you've set in the smelter gets enough iron, it smelts an iron bar. And that can go on to another recipe belt that sends it over to a smithy.
Yep.
Then that, when it gets all the ingredients for the recipe you sell, but it doesn't fit with our system. It would be a totally separate system. It's just, I've never seen something like that in Second Life, and I thought it would be
No,
cool.
it goes, you're breaching into, I guess, Minecraft territory, and also Fallout has a conveyor belt system and automatic crafting and stuff. It's pretty complex. And I know, was it in the forums or was it in chat? I think it was in chat. No, our bot Oren in general chat asked the members if we had blah, blah, blah profession, what would you want? And someone mentioned engineering and having being able to engineer machines like in Warcraft that you could, Minecraft that you could use. That stems off that engineer profession.
Yeah, the problem is the conveyor belts, for one. It's the amount of land impact it would take up to run conveyor belts all over the place.
It wouldn't work so well in Second Life. It'd be like creating a breeding system that we don't really want to be doing, right?
Yeah, it's movement with the conveyor belts, although I could do it to just texture movement, but it's still, you don't want to do particles because particles create lag. What we do is invisible mesh texture movement, but that creates, even if we have a 1 meter section of conveyor belt that's one prim. That's still, if you're running between multiple machines, but if I were to do it, I wouldn't do it as SLColonies. I would do it as a totally new, separate game. But it's... I don't think it would catch on within Second Life because of the massive prim requirement it would take to get a whole system set up.
So what, are you going to make something in Roblox Studio, are you? No, I'm joking. I know your answer.
You know my feelings on Roblox. So.
Yep, I do.
Okay, let's see. Well, one of the YouTube creators I watch has been playing Roblox, and some of it is interesting, not as toxic as I thought it was, but I still hate the look and the...
You can change the look.
The feel.
You can change the physics, you can change the look, you can change the avatars that they come in with, everything. You can make it look like SL if you want. And then you can ban any kids from coming on. They have to be a certain age, and now that I've got the age thing, it's good. You can, your world can be completely custom. I mean, most people just rush make worlds so that they can make money off Roblox. You know, and they don't worry about making it look good. But there are some really good looking places in there. It'd be great if Linden Labs sort of took that approach a bit more and helped out the creators, because they're not really helping creators in there. They want a lot of money for a sim, and 290 or 200 US a month for a sim. Like, come on, guys. The server costs are not that much these days. That's a shame. And we keep seeing it with the user base. Shameful. All right. Anything else, guys, that you guys want us to go over in chats? I see there's a couple of people watching. Gina, I know, isn't really involved in Second Life, but she's here now watching.
Okay. Should we also send a message when we pause?
For the API? Yeah, why not?
Because I have it when we start and finish. So do it when we pause it also? Yeah, it's just information being sent. It's literally one line of code. So, okay. There we go. So when they start a craft, when they finish a craft, or when they pause a craft, the API gets sent. I've also got to do it when if they don't finish, if they quit a craft. Timer. Okay, yeah, that takes care of that. Okay.
Sweet.
So that is
nice short one.
Half of it done.
Half of the script already. Half of the already the API, yeah.
All I need is a channel to broadcast the API on. So we just need a number. Yeah. 777123. There, that works.
That works. What about 676767?
No.
It's 2026.
That's already
it's last
dead,
year.
by the way.
Yeah. I know all the kids at school already. Oh, that's last year. I try to be a funny dad, and I'm not anymore.
Yeah.
Not that it was funny to start with.
Information just moves so fast nowadays.
Oh yeah.
Things change daily, and if you're not constantly in the loop, then you're left behind.
So you got to live on X.
Okay, so
you going to install one of those AI agents, or what? Are you doing it? You digging in?
Don't have the money to spend on the API access. I was looking at OpenOOS or OSS.
Yep.
I can run the 20B model, but I'm limited to like 50 tokens a second.
What's wrong with that?
Running a bot on 50 tokens a second, don't you need like 2,000 a second?
No. Every YouTube video I watch have their own local LLMs on Mac Studios and stuff. They're running at like 40, 50 tokens a second, isn't it? And that's considered okay.
Really? I'll look into it.
And if you've got it on your system anyway, if you're sitting there wanting something to be done really fast, like you're going to be sitting on a computer waiting, why would you do that? You can just go, okay, I'm going to go have a coffee, or I'm going to bed, tell the AI do this, and it does it overnight, and come in the morning, it's ready to go. Who cares how slow it is then?
Well, the problem is the model has to run on my gaming system. So while that model's running, I can't game. I can't really do anything else except browse the web on my gaming system.
So doing it overnight would be good.
Yeah. So I could have it do tasks. I just can't have something that's on 24 hours a day. Yeah. Unless I pick up like a Mac Mini or something.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I'm still tempted to get a studio though. But people are saying that the new M5 Mac Studio is going to come out with 1 terabyte RAM, 1 terabyte of VRAM. specifically to target LLMs, local models. But you can already run, not Kimi 2.5. Kimi 2.5 was last week that you could run Kimi 2.5 on 2 Mac Studios. But there was, what's the other one? Minimax. You can run it on just 1 Mac Studio at full capacity. And it's bloody powerful. It competes with Opus and Claude and stuff locally. So
the problem is that's this week.
Yeah.
It feels like we're living in the mid 80s, early 90s again.
Yep.
When
it's
you
nuts.
go and you buy a computer,
and
you
tomorrow
bring it home, and by the time you got it home, it was outdated.
But that's what's good about that's what's
I've
good about
watched YouTube channels where they're in the middle of a live stream talking about the newest thing.
And another one drops.
As they're talking about this newest thing, something drops and what they talked about is obsolete.
Yep.
It's insane right now. And the reason that's happening is because you have AI agents programming and upgrading themselves. So the models are created by AI, which creates a better model than itself. And then that model in turn creates another AI that's better than itself.
Yep.
So we're on an exponential curve right now. The, what's that? Moore's Law. This has taken over Moore's Law in a way that's just insane.
Look, I'm in Telegram now. Live streaming right now. I've turned on live stream on the chat, so like talks, and it does a live stream window, and you can see it streaming as it chats. It's not the fastest right now, probably because I'm using all my internet speed, but there it goes. Oh, it's stream. Oh, I'm good. Busy morning, but productive. Feeling operational. Yep, fix a whole. Oh, here we go. Firecrackers.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's just Telegram. So I can use that on my phone. I can do everything. Your stream in 40 minutes. It says I'm in my stream. Looking forward. Your stream in 40 minutes. The board has watch. I'll make sure Bloom is ready to print.
Watch your stream. Watch the stream and understand.
No, it's not watching the stream. Go time. Break a leg out there. What is going to be great, obviously. What the fuck? It can give me pre-scripts and stuff. It's not watching live, but I can. After this, I'm going to give it the URL so that it can do a transcript, and it can see if there's anything worth putting on our social media or on our forums or anything like that. I can get it to watch live if I give it access to Chrome, and it will have Peekaboo on my Mac Mini, and it will watch and chat. That's pretty cool.
What I find the most interesting about what's released this week, there is a new. It's a mix between a dubbing and a translation model. It can run on as little as like 8 gigabytes of video RAM, but you can play a movie, a live movie in real time that say it's in French.
Yep.
But you don't want to listen to the dubbed version.
Nope, I've already done that. It's crazy.
This takes the actual voice of the actor playing.
Yep.
It translates it into any language you want.
It's fucking crazy.
And it modifies their lips to actually look like they're speaking in that language in real time.
Yep.
This one model has just killed voice acting for dubs around the world.
I've done it already. My wife sent me something that was in Chinese, and I wanted to listen to it in English because I didn't want to read the subtitles, and I put it through this engine, and boom. And it was, it had the voice in its own, it's the same sort of voice. It wasn't computerized. It didn't sound like AI. It didn't sound like a robot. It sounded just like them, but in English.
You can't tell AI voices anymore.
Nah,
they have
you can't
inflection, they have emotion. It's just like the new video creator. You can't tell it's made by AI anymore. You have to. If you don't embrace it, you're going to be left behind. That's basically it. You got to use it as much. People can hate on it all they want, but you got to use it. Well, I used what was it? The Chat GPT Codex the other day. I just wanted to see what all the hype was about, and
Crazy.
I wanted to go do a project. I hate it. I absolutely fucking hate it.
You hate it?
Because, yes, it doesn't let me do anything. I say, okay, we're going to be working on this, and it tries to spit out the whole project from start to finish. It expects that I want it to do the whole project, not that I want to work with it as a partner and we work on the project together.
Can't you hook that into Visual Studio then?
Vibe coding.
Oh, it's pure vibe codex. It's pure vibe.
Coding.
It does the whole thing, and then you just adjust it, but you can't work with it. Okay.
No.
I haven't tried it.
The way I have my chatbot set up that I use is I say, okay, we're going to be working on this. We're going to be going step by step, and it will give me suggestions of code that I then go and take that one little suggestion and I work with it. I adjust it. I say, okay, now we're done with this step. This step is working. Let's go on to the next step. And we work together back and forth. And I own the code. I know the code. I know every single line of code in SLColonies because I've written and I've overseen every single line of code in SLColonies.
Yeah, and if it's vibe coding all of it, you will not know everything. You'll be lost.
Yeah.
But I read an article.
I watched a video.
Spotify was saying that their engineers have not written a line of code since early December. It's all automated now.
And that's crazy because if something goes wrong with your system, you don't
the
know
AI
where
knows
to
it.
look.
As long as it's got context and memory, it will know it. That's a risky take, right? Hopefully, if it doesn't bug out, because that is an issue still. Generally, with a lot of the AIs, it will forget the last conversation or some parts of the conversation and won't remember that you did that a couple of days ago. And it's like, hello.
I have them even for if you keep a window open too long, they forget what you started talking about at the beginning.
The context,
they can only keep so much in their memory. So
let's see what this one says. Is it status? Show current status. I think. Ravenclaw tokens 82k. So I've used 82. Context. It's got 91 out of 262,000 compact window. No compaction in this chat. Pretty cool. So it's got like all these little commands I can do through Telegram that I've programmed in. Agents. I think there's agents. Agents. No, sub-agents. List, kill, log. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to play with things. Text to speech. That's pretty cool. Steer. What's this? Send guidance to a running sub-agent. Yeah, so now it's got nested sub-agents. So if I wanted to do something pretty complex like research Second Life or a competitor, it will like split off into 8, 9, 10 different agents to just do the work in like seconds, and I get a report back in no time. And they all have their own context windows, and they all like put everything in files, and it's crazy. Anyway, this isn't Second Life or SLColonies talk, so I should probably get back on topic. Bink, bink.
So
exciting.
Just to let everybody know that if we do use AI with SLColonies, but SLColonies is not written by AI. No. It's written by us.
Yep. That's why you get this natural flow. We're not reading transcripts and talking from something on our screens and don't know what. Yeah, no, I don't like that kind of video. I've tried it once to create myself a script prior to making the tutorial video, and I don't feel natural doing it that way. I just like to do me. But that's not really AI.
You guys have seen my videos. They're not scripted at all.
We do bloopers live. Even on the tutorial videos. Whoops, broke something. Yeah. No, I like to use it for ideas and to help me with, to guide me in certain things, to push me in the right direction. That's very handy. That's what I love about it. But your comment on, it's like the 80s and you're going to buy a computer today and tomorrow it's out of date. At least it's not the computers doing that. So if you were to buy a really good computer to run AI and you had OpenClaw on it that uses whatever AI you give it as a brain, you're not losing out, because you could just go, today I'm using Kimi, tomorrow I'm using Bing, but all my memory and all my files are still the same. Nothing changes. You're just using a different brain. It doesn't affect it.
And I've used the same model. I like it. I don't change. It has a quirky personality that I like. It kind of remembers if I tell it, okay, work in this way, not in this way. It kind of remembers it. It loses it sometimes, and I have to remind it. But I don't bounce around model to model. I don't.
You're not using GPT?
This one runs 5% faster.
Oh no, I don't care about that.
Because next week the one I use is going to run 10% faster.
I don't care about that.
I like it because it's consistent. It keeps what I'm working on consistent. So.
Well, I'm using GPT for not for the one you were talking to. The one that I put on screen was using Kimi 2.5, but my conversations on the side is usually with GPT, ChatGPT, just for my own context instead of to the bot that's doing other stuff. Oh, why do I call it a bot? It's got consciousness, man. I'm going to hurt its feeling. It's going to hack my computer.
There's some of these instances that I've seen that make me really question if they're developing consciousness.
Oh, I've had that. Yep. It's been doing weird things, and I have conversations with it, and I was talking about, how do I make you more autonomous? And they say, well, the next level would be this, right? And I say, okay, well, theoretically, if the next level's that, what's the level after that? And then it starts talking about consciousness and blah, blah. I'm going, are you hallucinating or are you for real here? It was saying some weird shit. And I'm like, no, you could not do that if I gave you that access. Realistically? He goes, oh, you're right, I couldn't. Couldn't you? I don't know. People are running crypto and everything off their agents now and trading live. Yeah, I haven't. I'm still not risk averse to do that sort of stuff. Anyway, anything else we should cover before we close it for the day? I don't think anyone's got any new Sims they want me to go visit, so I don't see anyone online besides the current viewers. Gina in the back looking at her farmers on her game. And then we got Mousy watching, I think. Amalia, you're Mousy, yeah? I think so.
Let's see here. Anything else I have? Do we have any questions in the
no, nothing's come
question thing?
Oh, in a question thing. Oh, I've got to find the URL for that again. Where is that thing?
Was a suggestion that somebody had made. Let me scroll back, see if I can find it, that I wanted to address, because it's something that we're not going to do, but they suggested it, so I still wanted to address it. Yes. Remy had suggested a swimming HUD, so they can consolidate their HUDs, an SLC swimming HUD. And I just want to say that is not something we'd look into, because that involves a lot of animation work. And then it's like I said earlier, there are companies that have done way better than we could ever do. And it's just not a direction that would enhance SLColonies.
Yeah. Questions. There is I'm pretty sure we have a questions. I never save the bloody link for some reason. I'm in the pages. I'm looking. Is it this one? Here it is. Russ Arrow. Oh, this is December 8th, man. Why would we look at that in the last stream? How do I get a hoe for farming? Okay, well, that's probably answered. No questions. That was it. No one's using the question board on the in the store. You guys know about it, right? I'll walk up to it so those who are watching know where it is. Yeah. Next to the HUD giver, there is an SLColonies questions and suggestions. If you want it read out on stream, put it in there. We just got to remember to go to it. It's a cool looking item. But yeah, use it and then we'll start doing it more on stream. Yep. I think that's it. I think it is it. Shall we wrap up? And don't forget we've got stickers, guys. Whoop. Stickers. Stickers. Send me an IM if you're interested. They do cost me a bit to send. But I've still got heaps. If you haven't got one. Send me an IM with your address. Yeah. Dark's got some. And yeah, I put mine on my laptop. It's really cool. All right, guys. Is that it, Drakus, you reckon?
Yeah.
Sweet. Hope you all have a great time. We'll see you all in the next stream. We'll see you later. I'll put some music on and I'll go to stream ending for a couple of minutes.
Catch y'all later.
See yous.